Guys, as Yu-Gi-Oh market prices start to fall from the sky, just kidding. It is cold as shit. It's a blizzard out here. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna film a Yu-Gi-Oh video. Okay guys, so let's talk Yu-Gi-Oh because it's snowing and yeah, what better time to record a video than walking through the snow. So is Yu-Gi-Oh becoming a game where you have to play the best decks to keep up? Okay, now this isn't to say if you're just gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh at like your kitchen table or something, you can't play whatever you want. You can, okay? But I mean, outside of that, like to go to locals, to go to YCSs and online tournaments and all that type of stuff, do you have to play the same top tier thing to compete? And honestly, in my opinion, the answer to that question might be yeah. Because if you're not running top tier, you're not going to keep up. Yeah, you might get that one rogue deck. But then what? You know? That rogue deck, you'll top one locals or one event, and then all of a sudden everyone's going to sideboard that one card for you because they know you're coming. And then what? You know? So, Yu-Gi-Oh is becoming a really, I don't want to say Netdeck type of game, but it kind of is. You're either going to play, you know, your Shadow Knights, your Print Kids, or your Kaijus, or whatever the top 3 decks are or 2 decks are at that time, and then once the new set drops or one of those decks get banned and another deck comes out, that's the next deck you're going to play, is whatever deck is the next top tier deck, and or top 2-3 decks. It'll be the ones you always see, you always have to play and always have to play against, and I don't think that's good for the community. And unfortunately at this point we're too far into the game, we're too far into the way it's been, that I think there's no way to really change it back. There's no way to go back to old school Yu-Gi-Oh where I could play, you know, Buster Blader and Big Shield Gardna and whatever and actually win a game against competitive decks or tier decks, you know, because back then, before archetypes and stuff, there was no real like, hey, you have to play 3 copies of this, 3 copies of this, and 3 copies of this to do anything. Now it kind of is, and that's a problem, because if let's look at some of these top tier decks. Okay, so all of these top tier decks that I've been seeing are running 6 to 9 hand traps. Okay, those being 3 Ash Blossom, 2 to 3 Effect Veilers. They're siding the Birus, some of them. Sometimes they're mainboarding the Biru. And then some others, they're maining like Ghost Ogre or the Lockbirds or DD Crows in the sideboard, whatever. But they have a minimum of 6 hand traps in deck, and they're sideboarding much, much more. So it becomes a hand trap format, okay? And then, so you figure, let's assume out of your 40 card deck, you left 8 slots to hand traps, okay? So that leaves you 32 cards to put in the rest of your deck. Now, you go to the top tier decks after that, you're gonna see Lightning Storm, 2 to 3 copies of Lightning Storm. So, it's another 3 cards out of your deck. You might see a Regeki, okay? You're probably gonna see Monster Reborn. So that's another 2 cards out of your deck, 2 to 3 cards out of your deck. And then you're already practically halfway through your deck and you haven't even put any of your cards in there for the actual archetype. Like, the decks are all the same anymore. And personally, I don't think it makes for a fun game. Now, you guys know me. I've been doing these videos for about 10 years now, and I've never played top tier. Yeah, we did test out some of them, Bujins and Clifford's and Shaddolls and stuff as they were coming up. We play a couple games with them. I go over a deck profile or two with them with you guys, and then that's it. And then I kind of play my own deck, my own kind of thing on the side. And sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but we weren't doing any major events. Now, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Is Yu-Gi-Oh just now a Netdeck format, pretty much, or a Netdeck game? You play the top 3 decks, or one of the top 3 decks, and then that's it. Like, there's no real creativity in it. And shout out to the blizzard, because it's a fucking blizzard out here, and we're recording Yu-Gi-Oh videos for you guys. So like always, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't subscribed, because about 60% of you guys are not subscribed yet. So subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I do have a deck profile coming out, my Heraldic deck profile. I just redid the deck, so that'll be coming out maybe 3-4 days after this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.